650 PGE customers in the Eastmoreland neighborhood of southeast Portland are expected to be without power until tonight. This after the huge limb of a 240-year-old northern red oak came crashing down before midnight. The loss of power is one thing, but many are more upset about the loss of a beloved neighborhood tree. Fox News' Marilyn Deutsch reports from southeast Portland.
It was not just any tree that came down, or rather the huge branch of any tree. It was a heritage tree. That means it's registered with the city because of its historical significance, age, and size. The tree was on Chris Patrick's property. He bought his home 8 years ago, and every year he brings an arborist in to trim and check up on his old oak tree. He was so proud of the northern red oak, he asked the city to name it a heritage tree, which it did. He had no clue that it wasn't perfectly healthy until last night.
We heard the thud, and because I jumped out of bed, ran downstairs to see what the noise was, and thought, oh no, a huge branch has gone right across the street.
That was just before midnight, and that big, beautiful, centuries-old tree limb brought down power lines with it, cutting off power to some 650 PGE customers. Since it was so late, many neighbors did not even know they'd lost power until morning. Dan Locke was out walking his Burmese mountain dog, Louie, this morning after his wife woke him up to tell him the power was out.
Everything's off. No power. It stayed pretty cool overnight, though, so we should be okay.
But as irritating as a power out can be, at least it didn't happen on one of our recent triple-digit days. And for many neighbors, more upsetting than the interruption to their daily routine is the loss of this beloved tree. Even by the shady green standards of the Eastmoreland neighborhood, this tree was something special.
That was one of my favorite trees there.
The city has only about 400 heritage trees, all astoundingly beautiful. The designation means they can only be taken down with the approval of urban foresters and the city council. Unfortunately, it is too late to save this heritage tree.
It's 240 years old, and it'll live to about 500 years. So it's very sad.
Old trees can't live forever. Still, neighbors were hoping for a little bit more time with this one. Everyone just glad, though, that no one was hurt when the northern red oak fell and the damage to property was slight. In southeast Portland, Marilyn Deutsch, Fox 12 Oregon.
We spoke with the local arborist, and he told us he believes our 7-day heat wave caused the northern red oak to explode. He says thermal heat can build up in trees and cause contractions and expansions, which can lead to a kind of explosion. He says it only happens in prolonged severe heat.